Just say this. Every label passed up on me. Every record company passed up on me. Every crew, you know, like I'm from New York. Jay's crew and 50's crew didn't sign me. You know, I wasn't signed to Nas, and you know, I wasn't signed to anybody, you know.
Yeah. That was a part of it as well.
Mm-hmm.
She
how
also
did Jay-Z ruin all these sports?
Oh my God!
Well, she felt like Lil Wayne. She feels like Lil Wayne should have been the performer at the Super Bowl in New Orleans.
That is funny as hell. Read that one again. We said Jay-Z.
She did a whole list.
She said, "Dear #Jay-Z, you ruined hip hop, you ruined football, you ruined basketball, you ruined touring, you ruined Instagram, you ruined Twitter. The jig is up. All of this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only." And she also is saying, she's mentioning Desiree, who is one of Jay-Z's.
You might as well say Jay-Z's the head of Doge. Jay-Z invaded Gaza.
Looks like Nicki really forgot who she was messing with, because if there's one person you don't test, it's Beyoncé Giselle Knowles-Carter. For months, Queen Bey sat back in silence while Nicki tossed shade like it was her full-time job. But baby, that grace period? Over. Now Beyoncé's making quiet, calculated power moves, the kind that don't make noise, but shake the entire industry. And let's just say, things aren't looking cute for Nicki's next album. Word in the industry streets? It's about to flop harder than anything she's ever dropped. Because apparently, Beyoncé's been playing chess while Nicki's been tweeting like it's a sport. But wait, it gets worse. Nicki didn't just throw shots at Bey and Jay, oh no, she crossed the ultimate line. She went after their kids. Yeah, their kids. That's when the internet collectively said, okay, girl, now you've lost it. People online are genuinely wondering what's happening with her lately. Her social media's been a full-blown circus. One minute she's coming for Cardi's kids, saying things she swore she'd never say, and the next, she's dragging Beyoncé's children into the mess. Like, Nicki, what are you doing? This is the same woman who once said, I'll never talk about anyone's kids, and yet, here she is, doubling down, wilding out, and chasing clicks like her career depends on it. Crown Game of Thrones energy, but make it hip-hop.
The world know that Onika Tanya Mirage would never, has never, and will never speak ill of anyone's child. I am not a clown. That's clown shit.
She's out here throwing shots at other people's kids. Meanwhile, her own situation? Let's just say it's far from flawless. Fans online are already whispering that her son might be dealing with some developmental challenges, so the hypocrisy? Yeah, it's off the charts. People are calling it what it is, straight-up clown behavior. And honestly, Nicki's doing half the job for her haters right now. They don't even have to drag her, she's setting herself up on a silver platter.
Papa. Go get him.
Nicki's obsession with Beyoncé and Jay-Z? Oh, that's not new, it's been simmering for years. At this point, it's like she's built an entire personality around blaming them for everything. Every flop, every fallout, every feud, somehow, the Carters are always the villains in her story. Remember last year, when she randomly went off on Jay-Z in the middle of her drama with Megan Thee Stallion? She claimed they were blocking her bag and icing her out of the game, like some secret hip-hop Illuminati plotting against her. But now, it's getting even messier. A leaked snippet allegedly caught Nicki ranting about Desiree, Jay's powerhouse exec, saying she fired people just to ruin her career. She's trying to replace me. She's obsessed. Nicki supposedly yelled. And she didn't stop there, she dragged hip-hop journalist Elliot Wilson into it, accusing him of being on Jay-Z's payroll just because he criticized her live stream with Kai Cenat while she was promoting her album. Then she dropped the wildest line of all, lie it, if you'd stop spitting Jay-Z Steve for 1 second, maybe you'd finally be happy for the newcomers. Like, what even was that? Who wakes up and says that out loud?
I've seen you post disrespecting me, idiot Wilson. All of y'all, for some reason, when y'all are around certain people, y'all feel that y'all have this power. Why? When y'all have an affiliation to Jay-Z, in some sort of way. Y'all be thinking that y'all can disrespect and violate.
At this point, the drama's gone nuclear. Nicki's torching bridges faster than anyone can rebuild them. It's like she's speed-running career chaos. And if the Carters really are making silent power moves behind the scenes like everyone says, this might just be the final nail in her industry coffin. But of course, Nicki didn't take that lying down. She clapped back hard, saying, "Isn't that how they always try to ruin my name? Talking about, I don't support new girls when I've literally done songs with all of them." Then she turned her fire on the critics, snapping, "Why are you not happy for a young black man like Kai, tomorrow?" The energy was messy, the vibes chaotic, but she still wasn't done. Because then came the wildest claim of them all. Nicki accused Jay-Z himself of setting her up to get arrested just to sabotage her tour. Yup, she actually said that. If you remember, she was arrested last year during the European leg of her Pink Friday 2 tour, after authorities in Amsterdam claimed she was caught smuggling illegal substances. Cameras were rolling the whole time, and fans were left in absolute disbelief as their favorite got hauled off mid-tour.
Second,
Tell me again.
the police officer told me we have to offload all the luggage
Okay.
and to search everything
Okay.
your luggage. I'm so sorry to say that.
But isn't that what you planned on doing from the get-go? Why didn't you guys search it before it went on the plane?
They did just a random quick check, but now they want to open
Why?
it. And first of all, because you filmed him, and he was like,
Because I filmed him.
yeah, he was like, he doesn't believe you that you don't have more with you than you say.
No, he asked me, do I have any more in those purses? And I said no. And I asked him, where are my bags? They took my bags and put it on the plane before I could know what bags are on the plane.
I see.
Yeah. So.
I'm so sorry for that.
Okay, of course.
Nicki went live straight from the airport, fuming. You could feel the rage through the screen as she said, "They've been trying to stop me from making every show. They took my bags before I even saw them, put them on the plane, and now they're saying customs gotta check them." Then she dropped the bomb. This is what happens when people get paid big money to sabotage your tour after everything else fails. It's illegal. But she wasn't done spilling tea. Nicki claimed that people from her own team turned on her, allegedly taking payouts to feed Roc Nation inside info about her every move. She said, "They mad 'cause my tour is doing numbers they didn't expect. They can't eat off me no more. So now they trying to block my blessings." According to her, the whole Amsterdam arrest wasn't some random customs issue. It was a full-blown industry hit job designed to make her look unhinged and destroy her image for good. And just when everyone thought she was reaching, YouTube gossip insider Storm Monroe stepped into the chat, backing her story up. He claimed his sources told him Jay-Z was allegedly behind the entire Amsterdam setup, with a mole inside Nicki's own camp feeding Roc Nation her private plans. Storm even said that's how Dutch police already knew about the supposed substances in her luggage before she even landed. This wasn't just drama anymore, this was starting to look like a straight-up industry war.
That there's allegedly a mole on Nicki's team being paid off by Roc Nation to leak her plans. Storm said that's how Dutch police knew about the supposed substances in her luggage before she even touched down.
Now, granted, Nicki said she's had problems with Amsterdam and the Dutch plenty of times, and she said every time she get ready to perform, they find something messed up. Now, they were looking at her bags. They had removed her bags either from her flight or going to a flight, and they said they took her bags off. They were searching her bags, and
because mind you, of course, she's over there traveling on a private jet, and so you go through a private airport. And then once they put the bags on the thing, and then it rolls up to the plane. Oh, okay, got it. And they took them right off. Got it.
It's like maybe her security guards may have had something extra on them that they weren't supposed to have. Well, allegedly, they told Nicki she had to come down to the station and make a statement. And I guess Nicki went Harajuku Barbie on their ass, or Roman came out, and she behind bars now.
Fans online went crazy, half convinced Nicki was being set up, half sure this was just another one of her meltdowns. But one thing's undeniable, if even a fraction of what she's saying is true, this might be one of the boldest plays we've ever seen. A superstar going toe-to-toe with one of the most powerful names in the game? That's not just messy, that's historic. Nicki's been calling out Roc Nation, Beyoncé's circle, and Jay himself, like she's got zero fear left in her system. And right after that Amsterdam chaos, she came swinging. This time with receipts and big accusations. She claimed Jay-Z scammed her out of $200 million. According to Nicki, this goes all the way back to 2015, when Jay launched Tidal. Remember that? The flashy streaming platform he hyped up with Rihanna, Alicia Keys, Nicki, all the A-listers lined up looking like the Avengers of music. Jay promised ownership stakes and lifetime payouts. But when he sold the company years later for $300 million, Nicki says she didn't see a single dime. She claimed she owned 3% of Tidal, worth roughly $8.9 million, but Jay allegedly lowballed her, offering just $1 million and demanding an NDA in return. Nicki wasn't having it. She blasted him publicly, saying she refused to be silenced for pennies when she was owed millions. And while Jay and Bey stayed quiet, you know who didn't? Beyoncé's mom, Miss Tina Knowles, and her sister, Solange. Miss Tina jumped on Instagram with a post that screamed shade. Good morning. It feels good to wake up knowing my faves didn't lose their minds like some people. Remember to ignore the ignorance. Fans instantly knew who that was about, and the barbs went wild. The dragging got so bad, Miss Tina actually edited the caption, claiming it had nothing to do with Nicki. But by then, damage done. Then Solange came through with the spiritual smoke, posting a string of eerie, artsy photos filled with idols and cryptic symbols. Fans swore it was a warning shot, a step back before it gets dark kind of message. But Nicki didn't step back. She doubled down, and things took a personal turn fast. She shifted focus right back to Jay-Z, this time bringing up his rumored estranged son. Nicki accused Jay of trying to silence the young man and bury the story before it ever went public. The guy, Reese Satterthwaite, has claimed for years that Jay got his mom pregnant at 16 and has refused DNA testing ever since. The story's been floating for ages, but Nicki decided to pour gasoline on it, reposting a 50-cent post about the case and adding, Jay-Z is trending because the judge granted Rhymes' request to move forward with the paternity case. The judge demanded Jay respond by July 18th. That post exploded. Fans couldn't believe Nicki went that far, amplifying a scandal Jay's been dodging for decades. And apparently, that was the final straw. Sources say Beyoncé's patience snapped. She'd been ignoring the jabs, but once Nicki started dragging the kids into it, that's when the Queen allegedly moved from quiet to calculated. It started after Cardi B clapped back at Nicki over a tweet about her child. Things escalated fast. Nicki threw shade back, calling people camel and rat, then went too far. Oh girl, camel, let's talk about your kids today. That's on the docket, boy. Social media erupted. Calling Beyoncé and Jay camel and rat was wild enough, but bringing up their children? That crossed a sacred line. Insiders say that's when Beyoncé stopped playing nice and started strategizing. Quiet revenge mode activated. And if the rumors are true, Bey didn't need to tweet, she just started making calls. Suddenly, Nicki's festival slots vanished. Brand deals? Gone. Producers who'd worked with Bey, like Hit Boy and Mike Will Made It, unfollowed her overnight. Fans noticed the silence too, no playlisting, no press, no prime Spotify spots. Everything screamed industry freeze out. Meanwhile, Nicki was spiraling online, posting cryptic tweets like, "They can't stop what God started, and when you expose demons, they retaliate." Was she talking about the Carters? Her team? Nobody knew, but everyone was watching. Then came the whispers that Roc Nation's blacklist was real. That execs were quietly warning sponsors to back away. That Jay told people, let her talk. She'll ruin herself. And maybe he was right. Because the more Nicki fought back, the more her world shrank. Now, it's all eyes on her next move. Will Nicki finally back down and try to repair the wreckage? Or will she keep swinging until there's nothing left to salvage? Either way, this isn't just gossip anymore. It's an industry cold war. So tell me, was Nicki out of line for dragging Beyoncé and Jay-Z's kids into it? Or is this another case of the music elite ganging up on the loudest woman in the room? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like, and subscribe, because this story, it's nowhere near over.